Hello, my peeps. I'm going to do some friend mail. So before I do that, I have to finish making these earrings. So I have this blue one here. So this is my first earring we're going to make. So we're going to take this 4-inch piece of blue wire. I got some blue wire, and I'm going to put on a bead, second bead. Wait, before I put that one on, I want to put on this little piece of chain, just a 1-inch piece of chain, and then I'm going to put in on this middle one. Oh, there's an indent on that bead. Oh well. And then bring that chain up this up, and then put the chain through it, through the end, so that hangs just like that. And then we're going to put our third bead on, and then we're going to put them both through a crimp bead I have here. So one, and they're both going to go through the same direction. Whoops, I just slid it right off. That's the way it goes. And that's the way the cookie crumbles, people. Okay, now I want to bring one wire up higher than the others, and I'm going to bring it back down through that crimp bead. So I have 3 wires going through that crimp bead. So right now I want to get these wires, or these beads, positioned just right. Just want to make sure it's the same size loop. Let's give it a little bit bigger loop. Looks like it's bigger up on top. It's trying to come up. I want it. There we go. I was trying to make the loop bigger, and it came up. So I just want to make sure everything, yeah, it needs to come down a little bit. So this wire in the middle here needs to come up. There we go, like that. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to crimp everything. So we're going to get in the back groove and squeeze, and then the front groove and fold. And then we're going to snip off the excess wires. This one right here, and this one right here, and that is our earring. So now we got this bottom part to put together. I have this ball head pin. I'm going to have to back you up a little bit, and we're going to put that on, and then we're going to put a little tiny bicone on top of it just to give it some sort of little cap of some sort. And I'm going to make a wrapped loop into that chain. Yep. So I'm going to pull the pliers all the way down on the beads, fold that wire right over the pliers, and then we're going to make a loop. Bring it up and over, and then rotate the pliers and then bring that wire all the way across and complete our loop. Nice and tight there. And then I'm going to put it in that middle chain link, which is number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, number 5. And then I'm going to use my bent nose to hang on to it right there and wrap. I'm going to bring that around nice and tight, and we're going to go on back and clip off the excess. There we go. And then we're going to tuck that in. Springing back on me. There we go. There we go. Now, just have to open up this jump ring. Using my bent nose, have the opening at the top, and then our flat nose. I leave this side alone and tweak this side just a little bit, just enough to put that through, and our ear wire. There we go. And I want my flat nose. Flat nose, and close it up. Whoa! Whoa! I just lost my jump ring. I just lost my jump ring. There it is. All right, now we gotta put this back on. I was trying to get it so the two ends would rub together so I know they're nice and snug. So let's hang on to it and close that. There we go. Nice. There we go. Just like that. And there is our first pair of beautiful earrings. Pretty. Very pretty. Different and pretty. Okay. Now we're going to do these. These 3 here are lapidolites. So I'm going to put a ball head pin and then one of these kind of a coppery wash on top of a purple bead, and we're going to do all wrapped loops. So I'm going to use my round nose pliers. Thought I heard the dog whining, but it wasn't. She was laying right here. Thought she was outside the door. I have the door shut because my husband's home. So I try to close the door so it's just me and the dog. I thought I heard her whining, so I thought, oh, she's outside. She wants in. But, yeah, no, she's laying right here. Quiet as a mouse. Isn't that funny how you just listen for your animals? You just think you hear them whining. Oh, I'm always watching for her. I'm always looking for her. I'm always looking out for her. I feed her. I water her. I pet her. I take her outside. And I just, she goes, I'm going to be lost. So now we're going to do the second one. I want it longer. So I'm putting this little piece in, and it's a bronze, and then another one of these. So that's what I have, so that it's longer. And I'm going to do another wrapped loop with this. we're going to bring that up and over, rotate the pliers around, and bring that all the way around, complete the loop, and then we're going to wrap. Oopsie. Some of these small wires, if you don't watch it or be careful with them, they will snap on you and you have to get on a new wire and start over. I have had that happen to me. So now we're going to snip this excess off. There we go. There we go. And now our last one here, lapidolite. You know when you photograph lapidolite, it looks pink. It looks pink, but in person, it's purple. Take a picture of it, it's pink. Like, okay. Okay, last one. Bring our pliers around, wrap it all the way around, and now we're going to wrap. Oops, and I pulled it off. So now I'm going to go one over instead of rotating all the way around, because I have a feeling it might snap on me. Okay, there we go. And we're done. Now we get out our jump ring and my bent nose. The hole or the opening is at the top, and I use my flat nose to tweak it open. I leave this alone, open this up, and I'm going to put on the short one, then the long one, and then the short one, and then we're going to put it right onto here, and then we'll close it up just like that. So we have this. And then the top part, I need wire. So I've already strung my bead onto my wire, and this part I'm going to bend it and at the top, and then with my round nose make a loop. There we go, just like that. And then bringing the bead up, and then we're going to bend that right at the bead, same direction this is coming. See, this is coming around this way, it ends right here. We're going to bend it back that same direction. And it's hard to do when you just have one bead because you got to hang on to it tight. And then I'm going to snip it off. Oops, so double flush cutters because we're cutting off the spool. And there we go. That way you don't waste your wire by cutting off and throwing part of it away. And then I'm going to roll back. And that side looks bigger. Yep. So I'm going to snip off just a tiny little bit. Just a bit. Snip it off. And we're going to roll that nice and tight. Just like that. So we have these two. So this one ends over here, and this one ends over here. So it's kind of in an S. And then we're going to flip it up hang on. I gotta do one more wire. And I have to get out my mandrel. And I'm using the biggest part here. And I'm gonna wrap this all the way around. Should I do it on the biggest? Did I do it on the biggest? I think I did. So I want it all the way around like that. And then I'm going to take part of it and I'm going to take it and bend it out like this. And it looks a little long, so I'm going to snip some of this off. And then I'm going to make a wrapped loop. Is it a wrapped loop? Nope, it's just a simple loop. So I'm going to cut this off with my double flush cutters and make a loop. And I need my round nose. I'm going to bring that all the way in. I make a sharp corner here, so I need my shoot, I probably already messed it up. I don't like the way that's coming in. So let's go bigger and come in like that. And then, where's my flat nose? It's not quite turning out the same. So I'm going to snip some of this off. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it right there. And then take, so this is what I've done with it. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to flatten this side out. Stay tight. So we're going to snip part of this off. So that looks the same as this one. So I need this to bend right there. So I'm going to get these out and bend it right there. And I need to turn it this way. And I'm going to make it smaller. So what I'm going to do is re-roll it back out and snip part of it off because it's too big. and roll it in. There we go. And now, get all my tools out of the way. Whoa, there goes the camera. Okay, I got recording, so, or not recording, it's charging, so the cord was on there. So now I'm going to flip this up, flip that up, and put this on. Oh, flip it up a little bit more so I have room to put this on. There we go. So we're going to put that on here, and then this on here. So I'm just going to flip this side on this side and flip that down. So this is the front of the earring. There it is. Isn't that pretty? That's really pretty. So that is that pair of earrings. I don't know what that is. Okay, now we have one pair left, or one left anyway. So it's this one, and we'll start out with the wire. This is square wire, so it is a square piece of wire. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on to it with my flat nose and this one and twist. Just twist, twist, twist. I'm trying to twist both arms so it twists at both ends and not just one side. See what I mean? There we go. Think that's good. I think that's good. Now I'm going to use the same and bring it around all the way around. And then I need to bring it up, bring one side up, and then wrap it just like that. And then we're going to cut it in back. Cut it here and back. Oh, did you see that? And now I'm going to make my loop here. So I want to bend it back towards me. And then I'm going to snip it off. Give myself some room to be able to make my loop. There. I'll just cut off this excess. Flush cut. There we go. And then we're going to push that together. There we go, just like that. So we have this. Now I'm going to take my flat nose pliers and I'm going to squish this in just a little bit so it's kind of oval, and then a little bit more, and then I'm going to twist this. I'm going to twist it like half a turn. All right, I gotta hang on to this. And I'm going to twist It took out some of the twist. Dang it. Well, so it's kind of like a twist. Now, I want to put this on. I'm going to grab my flat nose pliers and my bent nose. So I use my bent nose and have the top of it open, and we're going to open my jump ring using this side alone, moving this side by itself, and then we're going to put it on here, and then we got to put our bottom part together. So I have a ball head pin. Again, I like my ball head pin. Oh, that broke, or it was broke. I can't have that. I can't have that. Okay, here we go. And then we're gonna do a crystal rondelle. And then we're gonna do a crystal, teal crystal, lantern, crystal lantern. They're pretty. And then we're gonna do a teal bead, and then we're gonna top it off with a tiny little bead, and then we're gonna do a wrapped loop. So I need my round nose, and we're gonna do another wrapped loop. So we're gonna bend it right over the pliers, come up, and we're going to make a loop up and over the pliers, rotate the pliers around, bring the wire all the way across, complete my loop, and then we're going to wrap. We will wrap. So we're going to do this. Wrap it. Not too tight because you don't want to break your crystals, because you don't want to put tension on your crystals. So that is it. Snip this off. There we go. Now we're going to put this on here, and then we're going to close it up. Close this up. There we go. There we go. Oh, guess I didn't need that here. I'm like, here, it goes on the wrong, I put it on the wrong spot. Just those two have to go on. Losing track here. Okay, this goes up. I kind of lost my twists. Hang on to it. Close it up. I want that in. There we go. Now with this loop, we're going to open. I think I'm going to open this up here. Open this up, and we're going to slip that on and close it up. And that is our second pair, or our third pair of earrings. Beautiful. There we go. That's one. There's two. And here's three. 3 earrings that I created for some friend mail. So I'm not going to put this out there until after I ship it out and she gets them. Okay, there we go. All right, well, until next time, happy beading.